Hi students, welcome to English class. Today we'll continue with our yesterday's topic, stopping by woods on a snowy evening, and today we'll see what different figures of speech are used in the poem and what is the theme of the poem. Okay, so by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to understand mood, imagery, and figures of speech used in the poem, and you'll be able to use them in your real life, okay, in spoken and written expressions. To start with, uh, the poem is an example of imagery. Now, what is imagery? Imagery is the construction of details used to create mental images in the mind of the reader through the visual sense as well as the sense of touch, smell, taste, or sound. And this peaceful scene you can imagine, okay, the peaceful scene of the man with his horse stopping between the woods and the frozen lake with snow all around, and you can create or recreate all these images in your mind. So this is known as imagery, or the poet uses this technique to create images in the mind of a reader. So the poem is full of imagery. Okay, then theme of the poem is very simple. It talks about keeping promises. It tells us that a person should be uh, fulfilling to his promises. It's very important that we fulfill whatever promises we make in our life. So it talks about our journey in this world and keeping our promises. So the theme is very simple. The poet, he talks about the attractive and exciting beauty of the nature, and then he says that simultaneously we need to carry on with the daily affairs of life. The world of fantasy is very inviting. It is very alluring. It is mesmerizing. It is attractive. But one must maintain balance between the world of reality and imagination. In life, there are so many spots where you want to stop forever, but the promises which you have made in your life, you have to keep those promises. You will love to take rest, but then you have to continue with the what you can say journey of your life. You cannot stop in life. We do have moments where we want to end up each and everything. We want to enjoy, but then when we think about our family, our friends, and our promises, uh, we feel that no, we have to keep on moving. So this is the theme of the poem, that we need to uh, keep on our journey. We cannot stop until our final departure arrives, until the death. We need to move on in our life. Hopefully, you would have understood the theme. Now, we'll talk about the tone. The poem has a sad, melancholy, or calm tone. As you can see, many words in the poem, they depict that the tone is very calm and quiet. The main emotion, the mood is the main emotion in the poem is called mood. Okay, so the poem deals with mystery. It shows calm and quiet atmosphere. It deals with tranquility, and it deals with silence. And the poet is not afraid. See, only two characters are in the poem, the horse and the poet, but still there is no fear. No element of fear is shown in the poem. It deals with mystery. The poem, it depicts the mystery or secrets. Okay, and on the other hand, it deals with quiet, tranquil, and calm atmosphere which is prevailing in the woods or in the forest. The atmosphere of the poem is linked to the setting of the poem, how the poem starts. It is dangerous, wild. It takes place in the dangerous, wild, and risky woods. Still, it doesn't deal with any danger. The poet is very calm, his horse is very calm, and actually, they are enjoying that journey, and they enjoy their stay in the middle of the dark night, and they enjoy the beauty of that beautiful atmosphere. Now, woods, they refer to temptation in life, nature, beauty and mystery of world and death. So the words, they refer to all these things. Village, it refers to society and civilization in which we live. Snow, it refers to beauty of this world and beauty of death as well. These are the hidden meanings which are described in the poem. Okay, so words, it refers to temptation in life, beauty of nature, beauty and mystery of the world. And village, it refers to society and civilization and our dealings with the people. Snow, it describes the beauty of nature, and then it refers to death, because death is also very calm and we cannot see it. Okay, we cannot see death, but it is all around us. As snow is surrounding us, in the same way we are all the time surrounded by death, but we don't know what time is fixed for death. Next, we have the figures of speech. One figure of speech, while teaching the poem also, I have told you how the horse is personified. Here we'll talk about two more figures of speech, that is alliteration and repetition. Now, what is alliteration? Repetition of the sound, consonant sounds in the poem. So, here we have the repetition of H sound, whose, her, ha sound. Ha sound is repeated. Then W sound in woods, v, will, v, watch, v, woods. Then S sound in see, stopping, and snow. S sound is repeated. M sound in my and must. L sound in little and lake, l sound. Ha sound again in horse and farmhouse. Then F sound in farmhouse and frozen. Again, ha sound is repeated in he, his, and harness. Sa sound in ask, some, mistake, and sound. Though in the ask, it is in the middle. Some, mistake also, it is in the middle. Okay, dark and deep. Da, da sound is repeated. So this is known as alliteration. Repetition is when words or phrases are repeated in a poem, and in stopping by words, in the last stanza, the poet repeats these two lines, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. And personification, my little horse must think it queer. Now, here the horse is personified. So this is how the poet uses uh, different figures of speech in the poem: alliteration, repetition, and personification. And he also uses allusion. Now, what is allusion? It is an expression uh, designed to call something to mind without mentioning it explicitly, or without making an uh, inference, or without giving any reference. So the darkest evening of the year, it is an example of allusion. Okay, so what is an allusion? It is just an expression, okay, where you uh, talk about something, or you recall something to your mind without mentioning it or without giving an explanation. The poet says it was the darkest evening of the year, but there is no explanation of this one. So this is the example of uh, alliteration, repetition, and personification. Now, what is personified in the poem? The horse is personified as it is giving the qualities of a human being. Alliteration, the repetition of the consonant sound in many lines in the poem. The repetition when the poet repeats the last two lines of the stanza, and miles to go before I sleep, to emphasize that how important it was for them, it was how important it was for him to continue his journey. Though he wanted to stay there, but he had to continue with his journey, because he had a long journey before he reaches his final destination. So this is all about imagery, tone, mood, and vocabulary. Also, I have explained the hidden meanings and the apparent meaning: woods, village, and snow and how the poet uses personification, how he personifies his horse in the poem. Hopefully you would have understood. Thank you so much for listening.